Kitty B,
What up?
Smoking Mirrors on a Sunday. How you doing, sir?
Alive and breathing, kicking it. Disappointing people. I'm disappointed. I think Michelle would be disappointed with me right now.
As
So,
she should. As she should be.
I got a lot of friends and family disappointed with me right now.
It is what it is.
It is what it
you
is.
put it out there. They digest it. They get what they get.
Hey, they've known me all my life. They should know how I think. But you know, I can't wait for the opportunity to expound on my positions and explain my thinking. Yes. Expound.
All right.
Expoundations going on.
Yes, that's a word. So much going on right now. So listen, we talked last show about timing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
So we saw in a short time of like 48 hours, one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, Drew Brees, he was very adamant, and he said, I would never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me tell you what I see. I feel that the national anthem is played, and when I look at the flag, I envision my grandfathers, like only two white dudes fought for this country. All right, so we'll talk about Drew Brees.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this whole Corona thing. So the Corona Killathon back in March and April, based on those statistics and facts, in the last 4 weeks, we've had millions of people rubbing elbows, yelling, screaming, protesting. So we don't want nobody to die, Kenny.
Right, we don't. But it's going to be something if there's not a tremendous spike, because people who we know, people who we care about, people who we love couldn't even go to their own mothers or families' funerals, friends' funerals, right? Because Corona was so bad. And if it turns out that Corona wasn't that bad and that our relatives had to die alone over a hoax, either that disease was real or it's not. And if it's real, we're going to see an explosion. If we don't see an explosion, then I got to question whether or not it was ever real. And that's
waving the red flag, like, smoking mirrors.
Yeah, I'm not happy with either outcome. I'll be happy that a whole bunch of people don't die, and I'll be happier that way. But I'll be disappointed to see what we're going to do about the people who were perpetuating a myth that there was this disease and did this much damage to the economy and put this many. We went from black unemployment of 5% before Corona to 16% now. If that was for nothing, there's better be some freaking heads rolling.
I'm sorry, sir. I can tell that you're already on 12. The scale only goes to 10. Are you drinking anything? So you have coffee or you have anything?
Lemonade and coffee today, my brother. Lemonade and coffee. It's early in the day. It's a Sunday. I'm relaxing, man. There's too much stuff going on to be drunk.
Okay, so I don't have lemonade. So I bet the Empoli Vino. I have some wine here. So una rosa.
That's right. That's healthy. That's breakfast. That's acceptable. Lunchtime.
Una rosa. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So people are asking, where's the black clergy? Man of God, Kenny B, I wonder where the black clergy is in the midst of this post-pandemic. Are they on their planes in a corona-free island waiting till the coast clears as they collect the tithes and offering? Or are they on the street marching, participating, and being vigilant? Because there's two sides of it.
I don't need the shepherd hanging out among the sheep. I need the shepherd in the front leading the sheep. I need to hear the shepherd's bell ringing so that I know that there's somebody over there making sure the sheep are moving in the right direction. I don't see that right now. And Trump has jumped out and he's brought religion into this. Trump made that whole explosion and took himself to a church and then posed with the Bible, right? Making sure
looking like Hitler.
Making sure to connect Christianity with his movement. So what I want to understand is where are the mega pastors who are taking him on since he's decided to walk into their realm and challenge them? Why is there such a difference between white Christianity and black Christianity? Because we're not fighting for the same cause. Donald Trump showing up with that Bible is a different version of Christianity than what we show up with in our version of handling it. So I'm curious, where are the pastors at in this argument? Where's their presence? The mega pastors.
About him bringing folks to gas, to shoot and clear out peaceful protesters, so he could have that spot at the church to hold up that Bible like Hitler. Right. So let's talk about the whole piece there in front of a church that he didn't have permission to do so. The bishops, he's like, I didn't support this. No one told me this is going to happen. So we'll talk about that. Also, right now, so I got to ask Kenny, is there a change in this country? So I'm seeing your folks that you worked with 3 years ago I'm seeing your neighbors in Alpharetta text you, email you. Kenya, are you okay? Do you need anything? On LinkedIn, so it's white America, and on a not just granular level, but also on a corporate level. Amazon, if you try and order anything right now on Amazon, before you place your order, in your face is Amazon supports Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Click here to figure out what we're talking about.
Right.
I clicked it.
Right.
They supported. Kenny, $10 million.
What?
They have given to
What?
Black Lives Matter.
Jeff Bezos emptied his ashtray for us. What?
What?
Jeff Bezos emptied his ashtray for us? 10
Hey,
mil?
10 million.
Thank you.
10 million.
Hey, man. Hey, that'll fix the problems in America from Amazon.
But I'm saying NAACP,
Yeah.
the Black Urban League.
Mhm.
So they're showing you we're not just talking about wearing T-shirts.
Yeah.
They have made a monetary donation because some people say hey, is it about an investment or a photo op?
So those groups, right? Those groups you mentioned, NAACP, Urban League, NAN, National Network, all these different groups, Rainbow Coalition. Which group fights for Black people? We've been co-opted. All of the Black problems and that we fought to get fixed for ourselves, it's been co-opted by people of color, right? So everybody's handling for people of color. But which one of those groups that got this money is actually going to direct energy and challenges to advance Black people particularly? I'm interested to see, but it's great that all these people are coming to our side and touting the message. That's a start. That's a start. But we can't be satisfied with a start, because what's happening to us is that people are actually dying, right? So we need more than just a start. We need some action. You need to catch up with us on third base, not just getting out of home box. The batter's box at home plate. You need to get caught up quickly. We can't give so much praise for so little contribution. Thank you for the Black Lives Matter banner. Thank you for planting Black Lives Matter in the street. Thank you for changing the address at the White House to Black Lives Matter Boulevard. I love all that stuff, but we need those same words documented, captured in legislation.
Right.
That helps us.
I get that.
That protects us. That makes sure that we get a fair chance. And that's what I haven't seen that yet. So I'm not as impressed by the kind words, because it's the same routine they do every single election.
So Kenny, I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. So we're not talking about a photo op at a Black church holding hands saying we shall overcome. We're talking about $10 million donated to, specifically NAACP, National Urban League, Thurgood Marshall College Fund, UNCF, Black Lives Matter, and other. So we're not talking about $1,000. So it's $10 million. So Amazon said, we believe Black Lives Matter. We stand in solidarity with our Black employees, customers, and partners, and are committed to helping build a country and a world where everyone can live where dignity and free, and they're free from fear.
Right.
So $10 million.
It sure as hell beats a sharp stick in the eye. I agree.
Yes, sir.
Agree. But and that's what I'm saying, right? It's like
let me hold some, Jeff Bezos. Let me hold some, Jeff.
That's what we need to see more of. Actions behind the words, not just the words, right? So you were talking earlier about your boy, Drew Brees, with his words, and he's retracting, right? So
right.
Yeah. So there's got to be some action.
I got Drew. So with Drew, I'm gonna tell you what he said.
Yeah.
He made it very clear, because he made reference to he made a statement based on where he's from.
Right.
Where he grew up. Both parents are attorneys.
Yeah.
I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag, the United States of America, because my grandfather's blah, blah, blah. Within 24 hours, he said, you know what? I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize to my friends, my teammates, the city of New Orleans. No, so disclaimer, Kenny, I know you were involved with Katrina.
Yeah.
Back in 2003 or whatever year it was.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees has done so much for the community as well as New Orleans. So I don't think he's a bad guy.
Right.
I think he's a good man with a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I think his white privilege spoke for him when Yahoo Sports asked him about that. So he said he wants to apologize to my friends, teammates, city of New Orleans, the Black community, the NFL, and anyone. I heard my comments yesterday. I'm speaking with some of you. It breaks my heart to know that the pain that I have caused. So what happened? He's a smart guy. He's a quarterback. So what happened from Tuesday to Thursday? To realize, like, you know what? I shouldn't have said that.
Right. Yeah, I think one or two things happened. Either the sponsors got to him and told him, "You're." He
ain't no sponsors. He ain't no money, Kenny.
Yes, he
need money from sponsors.
Bro, the lifestyle they live, the number of people that's dependent on them. Those superstar athletes with $57 million. They're not. A lot of them are spending a lot of that $57 million. Look at professional boxers, for example. Tons of them. And when you have the option of guaranteeing yourself tens of millions of dollars post-career as an announcer, as a spokesperson for big corporations, you got to toe the line that they want you to toe. And so that, I think, probably put a lot of pressure on him, because if he's talking about, if Amazon has a Black Lives Matter support banner, they can't then turn around and hire Drew Brees as their spokesperson. If Nike has a Black Lives Matter, the Colin Kaepernick shoes, you can't then turn around and have the Drew Brees get off your knee shoe at the same time. So there's that part of it, right? So if that pressure,
what is the get off your knee shoe? The way the heel is constructed,
you can't bend down. You can't get on your knee. You can't get on your knee. It just refuses.
It's an anti-kneeling shoe.
Right, anti-kneeling shoe. Some suspenders and shit that just keep your ass up. So you can't have both, right? Now that probably produced enough pressure on him to really take a listen to what black people were saying, and to really hear what his teammates were saying. And then at the same time, how black is his offensive line? How many sacks does he want next year?
They be like, you know what, y'all don't tackle him. I ain't worried about him.
Blooper. All right. So that, I can see Ray Lewis coming out of retirement and them opening the part in the Red Sea for him, and Ray Lewis leading the league in sacks just on that one game against Drew Brees if he didn't retract it. So, but I think if that pressure forced Drew Brees to take a good listen to the position, right? And that's what he did, right? He changed his position from this is about the flag to this is not about the flag. And
well, Kenny, we know Ray Lewis is killing the competition. I'm sorry, pun intended. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. He's slashing competitors one at a time. All right, so
I mean, go ahead. I was gonna say, I think Drew Brees, he jumped out, but what could come from this, right? So what we were talking about, actions speaking louder than words, right? So great words, Drew Brees. Now, because you are a trusted source in your community, in the conservative world, right? In the conservative world, because you walk it like you talk it for them, and you walked it like you talked it in front of the camera.
You talk it.
And then
you talk it.
And the repercussions came upon you. And what you learned from that experience, now you're able to go back and talk to your constituents, your people who think like you, and hopefully pull a few of them over to understand that this is not an act against them, that Black Lives Matter, and that what we're protesting against is the violence being committed against us, not the flag. It's not that we're protesting the flag. We demand more of the flag. That's what we demand. And so that's why I think we come out of this with Drew Brees. Let's see what he does. Let's see what all of them do. Thank you all the white people who support Black Lives Matter. Now stand with us. Right. Don't just tweet with us.
Absolutely. All right. So the other piece, Kenny. So in his statement, in an attempt to talk about respect, unity, solidarity, centered around the American flag, I made comments that were insensitive and completely missed the mark on the issues we are facing right now as a country. They lacked awareness, any type of compassion or empathy. So I think that some people got in his ear and said, look, bro, you know where I am. You know how I feel, Drew. This was never about the flag.
Right. And we've been
never
saying
about
that.
The flag.
And we've been saying that. So it's not like, why did he just now get in that? We've been saying that. And he chose to conflate the flag with the stance. And it's not, they're two different positions. Matter of fact, kneeling for the flag was a sign of respect because it was a Green Beret who was on the team who asked Colin Kaepernick to take a knee instead of sitting down.
He said that's a better way of making a statement. Exactly. That's not bold.
Right. That's right. When Tim Tebow kneeled in prayer during the national anthem, that was acceptable. When Colin Kaepernick kneels in protest, that was unacceptable. So, you know, that's it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So where'd you go? Where'd you go? So Drew Brees talks the talk, right? But you know, at the end of the day, foot all the way in his mouth, so far in his mouth that it's coming out of his ass, and we trying to put our foot up his ass and we can't because his foot is in the way. His foot is in the way.
Yo, Kenny, he told you.
Yeah.
I think he addressed it directly to you. He said,
me personally,
if I paraphrase, Kenny, I would like to apologize to my friends, Kenny, my teammates, Kenny, the city of New Orleans, the black community, Kenny, the NFL community, and anyone I heard with my comments yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm in speaking with some of you, I realize it breaks my heart to know the pain that I've caused. And we know, disclaimer, he's a great guy.
Right.
Katrina, he was there.
Did
New Orleans.
Things. Right.
So you're saying this is all about the money.
Or the money pushed him to a position where he was willing to give an open ear to
Is he looking for money? Is he starting for money, Kenny? He needs
no. But you know, when you're talking about the opportunity to make, when you make $1,000 and you see somebody that has 100,000, you aspire. When you make
it get your attention. It gets your attention.
Somebody has $1 million, you aspire. You make $1 million, you see somebody with 20 million, you aspire. You see somebody with 20 million, and you see somebody with $1 billion, you aspire. So he has aspirations beyond where he is presently. We all do. That's what human beings. That's how we're built, right? We want to continue to win. So
right.
So that's natural to appeal to that. That's a smart play. It's easier to hit him in his pocket, and get him to pay attention, than to do nothing. That's what strikes are about. That's what revolutions are about. Hit him in the pocket. You got hit in the pocket. Now, what are his actions going to be after this? Don't just make that nice phrase, but then not go talk to some of your staunch conservative Sunday morning parishioners at your church and help them and enlighten them to your new way of thinking. If all you're going to do is apologize and give us some lip service, but there's not going to be any activity behind it, then yeah, you're full of shit, and we'll never support you, and your career will be over. But if he really atones for his mistake, then we should listen to it. See, where I get concerned in this, not upset, but concerned about this, is when we allow a precedent, when we set a precedent of do unto you as you did unto me, as opposed to do unto you as I would wish you to do unto me. So when Farrakhan gets shut down because of what other people don't like what he has to say, when that happens, we have a right to take offense. He has the right to say what he's saying and stand up for us. Right. And Drew Brees has a right to say what he's saying. It doesn't mean we have to agree with it, but we shouldn't be sponsoring censorship and all these demonstrations to destroy everybody. Let's hear what they have to say so that we can find a mutual ground to improve. But right now it's, you disagree with me, you're my enemy. You disagree with me, you're my enemy.
That's the cancel climate that we live in right now. So so you're saying if Drew Brees, he's on an apology tour. He's apologized 3 times in 96 hours.
And clarified what he meant with the apology. Right.
So Trump came out and said, I like Drew Brees. I believe that, his apology he should not have made the comments he made about the flag waving and blah, 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 blah. So if you're saying that the apology was just about a monetary loss,
right?
I don't accept the apology. But I don't think it was about that. I think Drew Brees, as an athlete, some athletes have their first interaction with black people was through sports. Right. So at age 12, 13, 14, 15, so he's been around people of color. Yeah. And I think they got in his ear and said, Drew, no, you missing this. Listen, he has offensive linemen that said, you know what, we going to look away.
That's right. Yeah.
They're going to take you out because you don't understand this is not about the flag. So it seems like at the same time, and we'll talk about this later, that Black Lives Matter has been recognized by Americans, as you and I are getting emails and text messages from friends like, hey, Pat, are you okay?
Right.
What are you talking about? What can I do? That's awkward for me because I don't want to shun them away, but they realize that this is a different climate right now. Something is different.
Well, it's definitely different, man. I mean, people are just sick and tired of being abused. That's it. I mean, and if folks can't get that, then that's on them. That's not on us, man. It's not on us to try to convince other people to understand why we're sick and tired of getting mistreated, right? So what we've just got to come up with a smarter strategy for affecting change, right? And that's where I think we suffer, because we keep trying the same thing, which is vote Democrat. Vote more of us vote Democrat. More and more of us vote Democrat. And those of us who are voting Democrat, let's come down hard on people who say they won't vote Democrat. Vote Democrat, vote Democrat. You ain't even black if you don't vote Democrat. I mean, that's all we do. But the same thing of voting Democrat, we keep getting the same stuff. We keep getting the same stuff. The situation hasn't gotten any better. Where is the improvement from doing that? So if you're going to keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. And if you're not satisfied with the result, why are you still doing the same thing over and over and over again?
All right, Kenny, Drew's not by himself.
Right.
Roger Goodell, the NFL said, we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier. Without black players, please hold, there would be no NFL league, and the protests around the country are emblematic of
Jay-Z
the centuries of silence.
Jay-Z still ghostwriting, I see. I see Jay-Z still a ghostwriter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Roger Goodell got props. He got Jay-Z ghostwriting for him.
He didn't say Hov, yo, it's your boy Hov, you know what I'm saying? Black. He didn't say that.
My man came out there.
Roger Goodell, from his heart, allegedly.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours of Drew Brees saying what he said, so he never mentioned Cap.
Right.
Colin Kaepernick. So without black players, there would be no NFL league, and the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of black players, coaches, fans, and staff. Goodell said that. Why did he say that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Where do these words and compassion come from, Kenny B?
They come from $1.2 trillion of spending power being turned against you. African Americans spend $1.2 trillion every year. That's more than the domestic product. That's more than the GDP of every black nation on the planet. And we just don't spend it with each other. We spend it all with them. So if you have folks tuning out, if you have $1.2 trillion of consumers tuning off your show, guess what? They're also not watching. They're not watching ESPN Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, seeing those commercials either, because they're not interested in your sport all winter long. So you got to make sure that you bring them on board. The thing is, what are you going to do besides just give us lip service, right? That's the least expensive path to getting our support, meaning eyeballs on your screen. So what's the least that I can do to get the biggest bang? Well, at least you could do is apologize. What should I say? I don't know. Jigga, what should I say? Here you go. Say this, homie.
No, Jigga wouldn't.
I'm not saying Jay-Z wrote it. I don't believe Jay-Z wrote it personally, but I would.
Jay-Z, Kenny, to your point, Jay-Z was involved, I believe, in the Kaepernick review.
Agree.
Here's your chance to show us what you got.
Yep.
Kaepernick told everybody for 3 years, I am ready.
And he
completely blew it.
And he was.
He blew it.
He was ready. He proved he was ready.
He
was just a man. He was just a man.
He blew it.
He didn't blow it. How'd he blow it? How'd he blow it? He showed up and showed out.
They set him up. He's like, you know what? Oh, I can't have my boy as my receiver. I can't have my cell phone. I'm going to go to a high school in South Atlanta. And like, what? Yeah. What you talking about?
Yeah, I don't trust
blew
you.
It.
I don't trust you. I don't trust your one single camera making sure that all of my perfect passes get on ESPN that night. You're going to own all the footage. All I'm asking for is remove the language that says I forego any opportunity to sue any of the lawsuits that I have out right now, which we all agree that he deserves the money. Who disagrees that Colin Kaepernick shouldn't be compensated by the NFL for being blackballed? So why should he have to forego? Why should he have to forego those lawsuits that take years to build? Why should he have to forego those lawsuits and throw away all the energy behind that, right? Don't forego that. He's not strapped for cash. He's not starving. He's still riding around in Bentleys. So his shoes are selling out in 10 seconds. Yeah. So he's not starving. Yeah. So he don't have to bow down to anybody for food and cheese, right? So now he decides all he asked for is let me bring my cameraman so that I can be assured that all of the angles are covered, that all my shots are covered, that if I perform and I miss 10 passes and hit 90, that it's not only those 10 that get on ESPN. That's
Kenny,
not
I welcome your passion.
Yeah.
I thank you for your passion. So, Kenny, back in the day, were you an athlete?
Tried to be.
All right, but I'm saying I saw you play ball.
Yep.
So you and I both know in Pensacola, 1992, we threw footballs over 65 yards.
Yeah, but not to a
So everything you just said don't mean shit to me because if he on social media, I'm ready, I'm training, I get it done. So if NFL says out of the blue, you know what? We're gonna give you an opportunity to show us your skill set.
Bet.
I will put the ball between your numbers. I don't care about my cell phone. I don't care about my boy.
On a
if you got a receiver.
On a Saturday, when all the teams are traveling and preparing for tomorrow's game. Yes, it does. Every other tryout is on a Tuesday because you get the teams, you have the general managers available to be there. How's a head coach going to be at Colin Kaepernick's tryout and he has a game to prepare for tomorrow? And the game's on the road. Half of the league was traveling on that Saturday to their game. Why would you do a Saturday instead of a Tuesday? That already shows where the NFL stands.
You're too deep.
That's not too deep.
You're
That's
being
not
corporate,
the surface.
Kenny.
That's the surface. That's
back in the day when you were a ball player, if somebody told you, hey, Kenny, we may have been wrong. We're going to give you a tryout. Here's your ball. Here's a gym. Are you going to say like, I don't really like Wilson balls. I don't like the barometric pressure in this gym. I prefer to be south of this longitude, latitude. No, you're a ball player. You're going to play ball. The NFL said you got a chance. Here it is. Throw the ball.
Right.
I don't care. There's no smoke and mirrors with this. I'm going to do a spiral 65 yards between your numbers. You catch the shit. I'm going to look good. You drop it. It's on you.
Did he do it? Did he do that on film? Did he
cowered out. He cowered out.
He did it.
I want my friend to record it. I want my friend to catch it.
I want everybody to see everything. And that's what he delivered. He delivered more than the NFL promised to deliver.
He delivered shit.
Every single pass you saw. You saw every single pass. So you're saying he's not good enough to be in the league?
He went to. I wanted Cap back in the league.
Good enough
he went to South DeKalb High School. Kenny, I can go to South DeKalb High School right now and throw spirals to a sophomore receiver.
So you
50 yards between his numbers.
You mentioned barometric pressure. Is the barometric pressure different in Southwest Atlanta than it is in Flowery Branch? Is there a difference?
He went to a high school to his boy.
Right. If he can hit his boy, if he can hit his boy in stride 80 yards away, 70 yards away, he couldn't hit an NFL premier wide receiver in the same way. So
you telling me that Roger Goodell
what I'm saying is Kaepernick did it his way. Why do you have to do it Goodell's way? Why do you have to bow down? Why do you have to bow down?
If you are a quarterback, my job is to put that ball between your numbers. I don't care if Roger Goodell told you to drop the ball, I'll put that shit between your numbers.
Did he do that?
If you drop it, I look good. My drop back was good. You weren't influenced.
What difference does it make where that happened? He did that. So why are you standing up?
He wanted to be a martyr. Look at me.
What's wrong with being a martyr? Why do we down martyrs? Why do we down martyrs who stand up for us? What's wrong with being a martyr for us?
Man, get your ass back in the league and play ball.
He did. He did everything he needed to do to get in the league. They didn't want him in the league. He showed up. He showed up.
They gave him a chance.
He showed out.
He chose to go to high school on the south side of Atlanta with his cousin. He won his cousin out there with some Stacey Adams with some dress pants on.
We got to agree to disagree because I saw him perform and he didn't get a chance. That shows me that you weren't looking for him to perform.
I saw it. He looked great. He could have done that same shit at Flowery Branch. He chose not to.
Who would have saw it? What difference does it make if it was Flowery Branch? How many other people tried out for the NFL at Flowery Branch? Is something special about Flowery Branch that you could only make the NFL if you try it at Flowery Branch? What difference does it make where you showed that you were outstanding? What difference does it make where? Under what circumstance you showed? He showed his outstandingness in his way, and they turned him down, and he's dealing with the consequences.
So you're telling me if you were released, fired, not picked up by any other teams, but you've been training for 3 years, and they say, you know what? We'll give you a tryout.
Yeah.
Are you going to say, like, I want my cousin to be the receiver? You say, you know what? Give me the ball. Give me the spot. I'm going to do me. You ain't got time for all that corporate shit. He chose to make it about him.
That's it. Yeah, so what?
If Roger Goodell would have said, you know what? We're going to make sure he looks bad. So we'll get some receivers that are going to drop the balls.
You don't have to have receivers
That's
that
not
drop
my
the ball.
fault. If they drop the balls. I put the balls there.
So every other quarterback in the NFL, all those bench warmers coming up from the USFL and the X League and haven't played last football game was a college game 10 years ago that are in the league right now ahead of Colin Kaepernick, all of them under those circumstances would be able to throw 100% of their passes right where every shot would have been where the receiver should have caught it.
Kenny,
So
don't act brand new.
That standard
Kenny.
that you're setting for Kaepernick is unrealistic.
Kenny.
Nobody else has lived up to that standard. So what you're saying is that there would have been no opportunity for the NFL to only present for on the NFL Network, on Fox Sports, all those haters that own all these networks that against Colin Kaepernick. They would have shown the 80% of passes that he caught, or would they have shown the 20%, 15% that were bad passes to make him look bad?
Don't get brand new. Don't get brand new. As a quarterback, my job is to make sure. I watched you throw a football 60, 65 yards spiral back in 1993. As a quarterback, that wasn't you?
Everybody can't beat me.
Whatever. My point is, it has to be catchable. If you drop it and the shit was too hard, too much torque, you can handle it, that's on you. What I'm saying is, any real NFL receiver, you have like a 20-yard radius when you're running, you can catch anything. So if they drop that ball, that's on them. He chose to be a martyr because he got his money from Nike.
You got.
I'm sorry. No. You want to talk about Nike? He got his money from Nike.
Right. What's the problem with that? Why are you angry that Colin Kaepernick getting money?
If Nike gave him all of his money, he ain't passionate about the NFL. He got his money from Nike.
How you mad at the brother standing up for you and sacrificing?
I want my cousin to record it. My uncle gonna be a receiver. Right. My mama gonna oversee it.
Right.
What?
Right. What's wrong with that? I need people who I trust around me, not you. That's
your uncle got on Stacey Adams playing a receiver.
My uncle got my back.
Church pants on.
And I hit him, and he caught the passes. If that's what works. If you saw Colin Kaepernick perform, if he's not in after the performance, they weren't looking for a performance. They were looking to change behavior. So that's that on that, man. You're never gonna get me to agree with that. And you know what else you're never gonna get me to agree with? And let's jump into it. You're never gonna get me to agree that Joe Biden is worth my damn vote. So and here's go ahead.
Time out. You go ahead. Give me a little statement. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. We got to start looking at our votes as currency. This is where I got a lot of people mad at me, I think, including Michelle Obama.
They mad. They are mad at you. I saw your page. Yeah. They mad at you. Hey, show her lip. Show her lip. She's like, you know what?
She give me the side.
Kenny ain't shit.
But that's because we don't understand where I'm coming from. I'm not articulating my point. It's not that I don't want to be able to vote for Joe Biden. What I'm saying is, I don't treat my vote as a donation. My vote is currency. I wouldn't go drop $20 in the KKK donation box and hope that they're going to spend the money and do something good for me. When I drop my money into the Salvation Army box or the Red Cross box or any other or homeless person's hand, I don't put stipulations on what you do. I give you the money and hope that you do the right thing with it. But when I go to a store, I don't walk into the store and give you the money and hope that you give me what I want out of the store. There's a difference. And if you overcharging me and not giving me what I want, I go shop at the next store. And if you don't have what I want, then I go shop at another store. But I'm not obligated to give you my money when you're supposed to give me something in return. And so politics is all about quid pro quo. I give you a vote, you give me something in return. We ask for something in return after we've given you our vote. That is, we throw away all of our negotiation leverage before the game even starts. We can't be attacking people like, look, there's 40 million people out there like me who are who ally themselves and are out there marching right now and protesting right now, but and line up with the protesters, but who don't feel obligated to vote for Joe Biden. You know, if I've got two kids that bring home report cards, and one of them bring home 6 Fs with a highest grade of 20%, and the other one bring home 6 Fs with the highest grade of 35%. I don't reward the one with 35% and punish I get rid of both of them. They both failed. They're both on track.
Sir, that's an F plus.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it's an F plus, not an F minus.
Well, at a certain point, sometimes an F plus is better than an F when you're climbing up. But when you fall back to F plus, right? F plus is also on the way down to F minus. And if you keep sliding the slippery slope of lesser of two evils, and you keep accepting F pluses, guess what? Your F plus is going to be an F, then it's going to be an F minus, then it's just going to be a damn 0, and you're right back to where you started from 150 years ago. A lot of people fought and died. They fought and died for our vote. They fought and died for us to have a voice, so that we have something to barter with. Now we have something to barter with, but we're not asking for anything. And instead of texting me about how come I should vote, text Joe Biden and tell him what you want from him. That, hey, I have relatives and friends who would vote for you, but won't vote for you because you don't stand for these things. And I don't disagree that we should have them. Now, if you do disagree that we should have them, then there's another reason that I'm not necessarily obligated to support him. But what is Joe Biden offering? I know what he's talking about. So share with us. Yes, share with us. What is the lift every voice? What's the lift every voice?
Joe Biden will go to every black church and hold hands and sing "We Shall Overcome." Joe Biden will wear Black Lives Matter T-shirts. Joe Biden will talk about Barack Obama whenever he can.
You're going to come on TV and start popping and locking on Ellen. And we go, oh my God,
yo. Do you have a pop locking video or image that you can show us?
Well, you know.
Democrats pop locking and agreeing like, yo, vote for me. Go. Go.
We dying to get back to the era where all we had to do was pop lock on every TV show and everything was good. But this is. I am
against that photo.
We have to ask for more than just smiles and laughs. Sometimes we have to make people uncomfortable. We have to make people uncomfortable in order to get our demands met. We have to give them an alternative that they don't like if they don't give us an alternative that we do. And that's where we fall short. We got to stop attacking each other, attacking our allies in defense of our enemies or in defense of our enemy's brother in hopes that our enemy's brother doesn't attack us along with our enemy. We're scared to stand with each other. And we shouldn't be. I'm giving ammunition of what we should be asking for. And instead of emailing me telling me I should change my principles and vote for nothing, because if you promise me nothing and I give you the vote, you owe me nothing after the vote. We can't be arguing after the vote.
Kenny, you're a businessman. You have a voice, a seat at the table once you're committed. You can't sit at home and say, you know what, I ain't voting because I don't like what y'all said. You got to be in the conversation.
Why do I want to be at the table? What you got at the table?
To tell them what you want.
Bro, it's his obligation.
You know what you want.
Who? Me personally? I know what I want. Yes, I know what I want.
So you're going to tell them what you need to get their vote.
Yeah. I've been very clear what I want.
So we got 6 months. We got this dude from a nursing home, Joe Biden.
Right.
That's who they chose.
That's right. Why do I got to vote for that? Why do I need to sit at that damn table with the old man and the pissy pamper? Why I got to sit with him for?
Why is he wearing a pamper? Why is he wearing a pamper, sir?
Right. And he's serving me a plate full of eggshells while everybody else gets freaking steak and lobster. I got eggshells. I got eggshells served.
Have you ever seasoned eggshells really nice with a Cajun seasoning? Eggshells taste really good when it's smoked.
Yeah. Eggshells is as good as nothing. So you say, oh, Trump got nothing for you. At least Biden ain't Trump. Shit, there's 8 billion people on the planet who ain't Trump. That does not qualify you to be president of the United States.
Sir.
What does Joe Biden have for us, my friend?
Bruh! Reality check in 8 seconds. So you're telling me if Joe Biden said he announces his running mate as Keisha Lance Bottoms. Because nationally, she's made a huge splash, not just with the pandemic and the protests, but even taking a stance against the current administration. So you telling me with all that bigger you're talking about in anger, if he said, my running mate is not Amy Klobuchar, it's not Kamala Harris, it's Keisha Lance Bottoms, Kenny from ATL, are you still like, I am saving my, no. Why you bring up that? That's the past.
No, I'm saying that would be a better sign than this. That's correct. So right
Keisha
now,
Keisha ain't falling for that.
Look, the best indicator of future performance is past performance.
Bruh.
And that's where I have to see a change. Now, if I see Keisha Lance Bottoms on the ticket, then I've got an understanding that at least there's a different voice to be.
All that behind you, she ain't selling for that.
This is what he settled for. We ain't talking about her. She's not running for president. She's not running for president. He is. We voting for him. So if this is who his homie is, yeah. So if Keisha Lance Bottom gets on his ticket and his ticket and his agenda is no better than it is now, why would I vote? Why would I vote? I wouldn't want to give up my mayor. I'll keep her here. Thank you.
Sir, you provided a still shot of a picture.
Yeah.
There's a still shot of Obama with Trump talking, looking amorous, shaking hands.
That ain't Trump. That ain't Trump.
Whoa, hey, delete.
That ain't Trump.
Delete. Can we delete that? Hey, you all don't la. All right. So what happened was
Barack's not allowed to be with him. Barack's not allowed to be with him.
Okay, so he
but our
denounced
homeboy,
him.
But your homeboy never
My homeboy.
Your homeboy never denounced him.
I don't know them.
These are the art segregationists, the Dixiecrats who didn't go Republican. North Carolina, South Carolina. This guy right here, this is the reason that this is the one that everybody got mad at Michael Jordan for, because Republicans buy Jordans too. Because we got mad at Jordan because he wouldn't stand against him.
Damn.
Show me Joe Biden standing against him. Show me Joe Biden standing against him.
Kenny, sir, how do you know the conversation is, all right, so.
He's telling them Black Lives Matter, and that's why he's smiling. Yeah, that's what it is. They were talking about Black Lives Matter.
I understand where you are.
That's why the segregation.
But the black people have a voice, a presence. You should consider and understand the struggle. It's a still picture, Kenny. How you gonna pick and choose what they talking about from picture?
I just love happy segregationists. That's it. Anybody making a segregationist smile like that, that's my friend.
No, sir.
Yo, you got to show me. You got to show me.
All I'm saying is Keisha Lance Bottoms is the vice president. Kenny B ain't talking the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no?
No, it's the same story. What's the agenda?
Exactly.
What do you got for us? What do you have for me?
Oh, I'm sorry. You want an agenda?
Yeah.
So Joe Biden at the nursing home in D.C. said on his website, he was online with Charlamagne the God, the Breakfast Club, and he told them, so that dude right there. So he was like, hey, I love you guys, and my wife has a blog, so the pressure was kind of heavy.
I don't have to cut it short. No. That's right. Don't be asking me to go into my agenda.
He started running.
Right.
But I got his back down. So so this is what he said. I got you. So he said, this is the agenda. For Joe Biden. For the black community. Kenny B.
Let me hear it.
Put your seatbelt on, because you ain't ready, son. Because you're from New York. Come on, son. Create wealth in the black community. That's big as hell. Don't worry about it. No.
All right.
Protect and build on Obamacare.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
When in doubt, pull out Obama's name.
Yeah. Not Medicare for all. Obamacare. Go ahead. Keep the insurance companies paid. Go ahead. Keep going.
Sir, invest in our students and our educators. This is from Joe Biden on his website. If you ask him what his vision is, this is what it is. Kenny B, let's go.
When his administration was in place, they didn't make a permanent investment into HBCUs. That didn't happen.
Why are you in the 80s?
Go ahead, let's go. Keep going.
Why are you in the 80s? This is not 1984?
I'm talking 4 years ago.
We saw the light.
Go ahead.
At the nursing home.
In the pamphlets.
Support education beyond schools.
Yeah, but beyond school. You gonna educate where? Hold up.
Why you ask so many questions? Why are you so aggressive right now?
Bro,
why are you so aggressive? Stop resisting, Kenny B.
Did he say support education beyond schools right after shoot him in the leg or before shoot him in the leg?
Sir,
Go ahead.
make a transformational
Support education beyond schools.
investment.
That's where we play record players for the kids at home, so they can learn.
Damn.
That's it. That's the.
I'm walking away. Damn.
Go ahead. What's the next one?
We can't have nothing, Kenny.
Investments. Go ahead. What's the investments? The next one.
Investments in our country's infrastructure.
Ah, okay.
Black people?
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
That's all they had.
That's it. How does that stop black mortality, infant mortality rate being number one? What's he doing there? What is he doing?
Kenny, so you telling me
he put the crime bill in? How's he going to undo it? How's he going to erase it? What does he say?
That is so 1984, Kenny B.
Oh, that's not what's happening today, though.
So you telling me sit at home in my garage and not vote for nobody?
No, that's the problem. It demands something of him. Don't tell me to come out and give him my money. You can give all the money you want. Empty your pockets to him. I don't owe him shit. But if y'all need my help to get him over, ask him to do what I want. There's about 30 million of us that I'm telling you. Look, last election, 65 million voted for Hillary, 62 million voted for Trump. 90-something million didn't vote at all. That's more people voted for nobody than for either one of them. Unfortunately, nobody cannot win, right? So nobody can't win. So what can you do to pull some of those nobody votes to your side? You can't shame me into going against my principles. I'm not embarrassed about them. You can't. I won't be bullied into it. I'm not gonna throw another match into the explosive vat of gunpowder.
You got a powder keg giving out sparks right now.
See, the difference between Trump and the Democrats is Trump is less dangerous and more easily manipulated, right? Because he is too sensitive. Trump understands what it is to be a politician. It's to be a whore to the constituent. The Democrats expect their constituents to be whores to them.
Wow. Whoa. So you say as a whore,
you give it up,
give it up,
and you get nothing, and you get nothing back.
So Trump giving up the booty.
Yeah.
So Trump is twerking for the black community.
If the black community came to Trump and said, "Give me this," and you got our back, he would do it.
Joe just showing titty meat.
Right. A hamburger meat. Apparently.
Yo, you ain't let me finish.
Yo, but
no, there's more. Sit back, Kenny.
Yeah.
Put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Because he also said he will strengthen America's commitment to justice by ending incarceration for drug use alone, reducing the number of people incarcerated, and reducing the number of people incarcerated, and also reinvesting in the savings in communities affected by mass incarceration, making the right to vote and the right to equal protection. This is some bullshit.
Yeah. Quantify any of that shit.
I can't read it.
As I'm saying, that's what we fall for. The okey doke. The old.
He went to the church.
Man, look.
He went to every black church, sir.
Yes, right. And that's the dog and pony show. We fall for.
He was keeping hope alive at every black church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bro, I got folks angry as hell at me because
damn again.
Refusing to vote for Biden is a vote for Trump. So if refusing to vote for Biden is a vote for Trump, refusing to vote for Trump must be a vote for Biden, right? They're inverse of each other. I'm saying this. Ask for something of Trump. Don't ask for shit of me because you just want my vote. I'm telling everybody what it takes to get my vote. Write that motherfucker a letter. Send him an email. They on Twitter. Tweet him. Yo, fuck Obamacare. We want Medicare for all. Everybody needs to be under health care, period. We got a damn pandemic and we still arguing about everybody deserves health care. Come on, man. Come on. We afraid to ask for shit because we know that if you ask for shit for black people, all the white Democrats are going to run away. The white liberals will stay home. Too much is being promised to black people. Is that the concern?
Kenny.
Why won't we ask for shit before?
Kenny, you had a black president. He told you. Oh, no. Stop. He told you, hold on. If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. Right. And if you like your doctor, you keep your doctor.
Right.
I talked to Michelle and Sasha and Malia, and it's all about hope and change.
Right.
Let me be clear. He told you everything you wanted to hear.
Yeah. It didn't deliver.
If you peel back the onions,
look.
but the LGBT
go back there,
community,
look,
they got everything they wanted.
That's right. That's right.
The Native American community, they got what they wanted. So why did we not get what we wanted? Because he told you all, sir.
I'm the president of America. That's
I am
Black America.
Not the president of Black America.
That's right. That's the point, man. For me, with the Democratic Party, I'm not a Republican, and I'm also refused. I'm like a Bernie-crat. I'll line up with you. Philosophically, we're aligned. But if you don't stand up with me,
want to know who you are. Who are you, Kenny B?
If you don't stand with me, I'm not standing with you. I don't need you. That's who Kenny B is.
They want to know who are you? Who are you? They confused.
None of their business. That's the answer.
You ain't left. You ain't right. Who are you?
I'm straight down the middle, man. I'm straight up fair, justice, equal, no hypocrisy. Let's give me what I want. I'll give you what you want. Period. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Your vote, Kenny,
your halfway there.
Nothing if you don't vote, Kenny. Your vote means nothing if you at home.
Politician. My vote means nothing to the politician if I don't vote. Guess what?
Bruh.
If enough of us don't vote, he don't win. Guess what?
You playing checkers.
Stop
playing checkers, man.
Bro, I'm
you playing checkers.
Not really. Not really.
Brilliant.
So what are you getting in return for your vote? A lesser of two evils, right? Your trajectory
if you're
is going
saying
down, going backwards. You go
make it clear. Did
we ever get to an A life? Did we ever get to a B+ life? Now because we keep settling for lesser of two evils. We keep settling for an F, just a better F. We never settle for a passing grade. We never demand excellence towards us. But we
had a black president
who would have never won without.
We had a black president, sir.
What do we get out of it? What do we get? I mean, optically, it's beautiful. Lessons to our children, beautiful. We always owe that. But we got troubles. Hey man, I got some problems looking with my what you call it here. I got some internet connections warnings right now.
Well, I guess we're done in like 2 minutes. Smoke and mirrors. Like the page. Follow the page. We're out of here in 30 seconds. Yep. Kenny B.
Don't be a sucker, folks.
Keisha Lance Bottoms is
I
the VP for Joe Biden. I guarantee you, your whole conversation will be different. And guess what?
Longer she's not.
I'm out.
Blackface in the right.
Smoke and mirrors. Talk to him, Kenny.
Don't be a sucker.
West Side.